Elon Musk may be spending his time throwing cars into space, but the company he founded to shake up the world of motoring is still getting on with the job of making electric driving the norm. After the Model S showed the world that a proper luxury EV was possible, the Model X proved that there could be such a thing as an electric SUV. But for all that, electric motoring is still expensive, with the majority of EVs on offer either being overly expensive hatchbacks or eye-wateringly costly models at the more luxurious end. That is where Tesla think they have solved the problem. It would have been very easy for Tesla to make the Model 3 by just sticking the successful S design into a scanner, clicking 70% and letting the copier do all the rest. But thankfully, that's what they've chosen not to do. The Model 3 is the car that Tesla hope will bring electric motoring to the people. It's already on sale in the US, and Tesla believe that deliveries will begin here next year, and they've given us a little bit of time with the car here in Chiswick today to have a look around. What Tesla have managed to do is design cars that look, to all intents and purposes, like what you expect a car to look like, while also looking completely futuristic. When the Model S first arrived on our scenes, they even put a little fake grille at the front just to make it feel a little bit more like a car. Thankfully, they removed that with a facelift a few years later and gave it a little sort of stubby upturned nose, which has continued through the Model X. And now with the Model 3, they've completely removed all vestiges of a grille from the front and given it this new, clean design. This car is just under 5 meters long, it's 1.8 meters wide, and it has 425 litres of boot space. The BMW 3 Series is just under 5 meters long, is 1.8 meters wide, and has just under 450 litres of boot space. So you can see exactly where this car is aimed. Now they may be aiming for the 3 Series, but rather than opt for the standard saloon design, what Tesla have done is more move towards a sort of fastback. So you'll see that the roof, which is all glass, blends down into the tailgate here. Now that tailgate is quite interesting. It is a saloon, while the X and the S are hatchbacks. But when you lift it here, you will see, but rather than in a normal saloon where the hinges would be around here and it would open sort of in your face, they've pushed the hinges back to mean that the opening comes all the way up here and you have some easy direct access into what is a quite significantly large boot. I'm sat in the passenger seat right now, and for all intents and purposes, if I was sitting here, it would be like any other car until you look in front of you, when it's completely different. There is nothing in front of me. What Tesla have done is they've removed absolutely everything that isn't necessary from the dashboard and put it onto this humongous 15-inch screen. So in front of me there is no instrument binnacle, there's no sign of any speedometer. I've got one set of indicator stalks that'll do both the indicator and the windscreen washer. This is my gear stick. There's a couple of controls here which will control things on the screen, like that will do the sound. And that's it. I have nothing else. Everything else is located on here. Now, if I click here, I will find the controls for basically everything on this car. The lights are controlled from here, locking the car is controlled from here, driving, the autopilot system, all my navigation systems, they're all on here. If I want to adjust the mirrors, you can surf the web, and you control the climate control system, which is one of the coolest things on this car. You control it by literally pushing the airflow in which direction you want. On here you've got your sat-nav system, and in the sat-nav system you can find where your nearest Tesla superchargers are, or it will actually remember where other chargers are that you've been. They're not pre-programmed into this, it's only Tesla chargers that are programmed into this now, but if you go to one and charge up, the system will remember where that was and let you know where it is. It also shows you in the navigation system only charges that you could actually reach on your current charge. And if you want to plan out a route further away, it will plan out a route for you, taking into account the different charges you need to go to so that you can reach your destination. There is no UK price for the Model 3 yet, but Tesla UK believe that the base model, which is only available in 4-wheel drive in the UK, you can get a 2-wheel drive model over in the US, that will be around £50,000. If you go for the performance model, and then we're talking 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, that's going to set you back about £70,000. Now, of course, what Tesla doesn't have to do is fit any kind of transmission tunnel to this car. And the main place that you can see the difference that makes is here in the back. I may be sitting a bit higher up, but because my feet go underneath the armrest, I've got plenty of leg room. Now what Tesla have done is they've given the Model 3 this giant piece of glass as a roof, which means that rather than thick metal and padding as you'd find on most cars, you get an extra couple of inches headroom, which actually makes a lot of difference given that fastback. Tesla have gone to great lengths to make everything in this car button free, but I'm afraid when it comes to good old-fashioned doors, they still had to have one, and it's just here. There is a normal pull if you want to get out, but that's for emergencies only. So if you do want to leave your Tesla Model 3, put your hand here, you push that button, and away you go. The real acid test for Tesla will be when it goes on sale in the UK in the middle of next year. Is the future of motoring to remove everything from the interior and put it on the screen? Can electric really be mainstream? Can people really be pulled away from their beloved BMW 3 Series? 2019 is definitely the most important year for Tesla yet.